Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Racing Games channel. I am Mark, and we are back here in F1 Manager 22. We are still at Williams. We are still pointless, and we are just about to head to Barcelona for the Spanish Grand Prix. I say just about. We're 11 days away from the race weekend, and there are a few things that I want to have a look at in the team before we go to the next race, which is round 6. Yes, so we're 5 races in, 0 points on the board. We may have had a chance to score some points last time out, but it didn't work for various reasons. So hopefully today we can, I don't know, pull something out of the bag. I've literally no idea how we're going to do that, but we'll try regardless. So staff-wise, that's the thing I want to look at first. I still want to change the race engineers around a little bit. I'm tempted. So we've got a new head of aero. Did we replace our technical chief? I don't think we did we? So that's something we could potentially look at. Although you have an unused development point, actually. Why don't I just spend that? That's a good idea, Mark. Why didn't I think of that before? We'll put it into front wing, because that helps with speed. Does anyone else have a development point? No. Wishful thinking. I don't know where that came from. It must have just come from designing parts, I suppose. But yeah, I want to have a look at replacing one of these two guys. And I think it's probably going to be Jago still. And I've had a look already at some of our potential replacements. I was about to say scanning. This isn't Star Trek. I'm scouting Chris Cronin here. Potentially to join us as Albon's new engineer. Actually, it's not for Albon, is it? It's for Logan. But that's on the table. The problem we've got is not many people are interested in talking to us. So at the top end here, we've got Ben Mitchell and we've got Chris Cronin, both of whom are at Aston Martin. So we'll be poaching directly from our rivals. Then we've got right the way down here, Jorn Becker from Alfa Romeo and Pierre Hamelin from AlphaTauri, both of whom aren't really upgrades on what we've already got. They're rated 1 higher. That's it. Just 1. So there's no point in looking at people like that. We need to go upwards, not downwards. And yeah, it's communication and feedback where we really need to improve. Because that helps with getting the car into the sweet spot for each driver quicker. Good afternoon, the Pizza Dog. What an awesome name. Welcome. Welcome to Racing Games. One with Albon in Canada. So that might be our target then. I don't think we'll be winning in Canada, but scoring points in Canada is a realistic target, I would say. Fastest lap as well. That's impressive. Starting in the rain. That might be it, actually. If we can get a wet race. We've not had one yet. That's where I think we could come into our own. Also, I learned something earlier. If I went to like car and then something like this to get back to the menu, just do that. Who knew? Who knew? Anyway, yeah, we're going to progress time then because we've got 2 races to get through today. One of which is the Spanish Grand Prix, and then we're off to the sunny shores of Monaco for what is arguably the most boring race on the calendar, but you know, everyone loves Monaco for some reason, so we'll be going there. We have a low number of underfloors. Is that the case? No. Technically not. But I suppose we've only got 1 in the warehouse. Maybe we should... again, shortcut back. Maybe we should manufacture some more. And we'll go for 2 more maybe. Actually, no, 1 more. We'll go with 1 replacement for each car. That's fine. Back home again. So, again, staff, I would love to be able to just hire someone and it would fix all of our problems. But the big issue we've got right now is we just don't know what other people want. So there's no point. Oh, again, I've forgotten. So you're rated 74. I am actually tempted to replace you. I know we've just improved you slightly, but I am tempted to replace you. And there's a video we've got coming out tomorrow where we're going to talk about the best people in each role that you could potentially hire. One of the people we mention is this chap here. I'm going to say his name is pronounced T. Chuong, but I've probably got that horribly wrong, so apologies. But this is someone I'm looking at bringing in. Very patient, very open to negotiation. So I think we give it a go still. To replace Francois, we'll go for, say, 3 seasons at... Just looking at how much money we've got. Maybe 1.75. 1.7. There's an opener. Let's see if he's happy. Doesn't like the money. Not bad with the starting bonus, though. So we'll push this up to 2 mil. Actually, I think we went 2 mil before. I'm pretty sure we've negotiated with this guy before. So I'm going to go 2,250. Let's see where we get to. Yeah, it was a fluke. I didn't want to be the one to say that, but I'm not surprised. With all due respect, to get a win with Albon, I mean, something's gone wrong somewhere, hasn't it? Let's be honest. I like Alex, but something's broken somewhere if Albon wins a race, particularly in your first season with Williams. Whee, he's happy. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. It's going to cost us 2.7 million anyway. But we have ourselves a new technical chief. Yeah, who's rated much higher already. I'm happy with this decision. Okay, this is probably going to be the only thing we do between races right now. Although we have got some manufacturing complete. Actually, we've got some scouting complete too. Now, who was that for? Is that for someone important? I can't remember. Welcome T, or Ty, however you say your name. Spanish Grand Prix. The floor is now finished, which is awesome. Let's continue. Scouting complete. So it's Chris Cronin scouting. Okay, maybe we'll get another signing done before we move on. So you are right now. Yeah, we don't have all of this stuff still because you have to do detailed scouting for that. But we have a better idea as to where you are, and you are going to be replacing. I mean, to be honest, you could replace Erwin, and we'll stick you on... hang on. Let's find out who's where. Because let's not guess. Staff. Yeah, that's where I am. Keep going back. Keep going back. Right. So we got Erwin, who is Albon's engineer. And then we've got Jago, who's Logan's engineer. So that's the key. I'm tempted to replace Erwin. He's older, not that that matters. His overall rating is pretty much identical. But if I compare him to Jago, there we go. Erwin's feedback is terrible. Communication, it's okay. Pit crew management is high. But I don't think that really matters. Compare that to Cronin. Feedback already higher. Communication higher. Pit crew management is lower, but not by much. So already, I just want to hire Cronin. And I want to bring him in to replace Erwin. So, car... So this is the bit that confuses me. Car 2. That's Albon's car, right? Again, it's just drivers. So yeah, Albon is car 2. So that's the one we need to bring him in for. So, proposed contract. We'll get there in the end, guys. Car number 2. 3 seasons. And I think we're going to have to... Again, can you put a number in yourself? I don't think you can. Just have to keep clicking up. There's a few tips and tricks, by the way. So we released our beginner's guide yesterday. And some people have left some really awesome advice in the comments of that video that I'm going to try and utilize today. Can't promise it will all work, but I would definitely like to try some of it today. Because it does look really, really helpful. Things like how to manage tyres and how to run your practice sessions and things like that. Also, parts of the car to develop first, which is valuable, particularly when you're at a team like Williams. So I think we've got some good advice to go through. I'm going to say, actually, start with 2.2. Start a little south and head north. That's what I always say. Offer contract. If he just accepts this immediately, then I know I've done something... Oh, he's accepted it immediately. He doesn't like the starting bonus, but he's accepted the deal. So, Yeah, I guess we're doing it. Now, have I hired him in the right position? That's the next question. Let's just go home for a second, then we'll go staff. So Cronin, yeah, see, he's Logan's engineer, but I put him on car 2. So basically what I've done here is brought in the right person, but for the wrong role. It's fine. What we can do, though, because we're not done with hiring... Oh, we can swap drivers. There you go. We've swapped drivers. So Erwin's now working with Logan, and Cronin is now working with Albon. Can you remove the face cam? It's hiding information. Oh, man. So, yeah, every stream, someone wants me to turn the face cam off, then someone wants me to turn it on. I will happily turn it off for now. If people want it back on later, then fine. But for now, yeah, I admit it's hiding stuff. There's always valuable stuff on this side of the screen. Don't replace Latifi with a young driver. The young driver will develop faster outside of F1 until you've fully upgraded the team hub. Well, I'm tempted to replace Logan at the end of the season anyway. So, that again, that's pretty useful info. So, appreciate that. But yeah, let's go to the race weekend. I'm actually going to run... who's our... It is Jack Aitken, isn't it? I was going to try and run Aitken in the car for P1. In place of Logan. Because I think that'll be useful. Chris Cronin is in situ. Good stuff. So yeah, race preparation. What are our targets? So we can change these. So each Q2 is basically 15th anyway. So we could do that. And the money is pretty much the same. So we're going to keep that one as is. This one here, race targets. So we're not going to get fastest lap. So I'm going to go with finish position. Oh wait, this is a guarantee. So I can't actually change this one. But I can put that one in. Yeah. But I don't want this one. How do I change this one? Oh man. I'm going to turn that off then. I'm just going to take the hit. And then the finish streak, as we know from before. Face cam will be better if it's smaller in the future. We'll bear that in mind actually. That's good feedback. I think I'm gonna try and set up another face cam thing so that it covers as fewer important windows as possible. But yeah, we appreciate the feedback. Thank you very much. Alright, off to Spain.
Formula One has cranked up the heat over Barcelona. The first Grand Prix held here.
Skip this. Sorry, Crofty. Okay, so we know the sponsor targets. We know the report. Everything here. It's a downforce circuit. So that tells us something we need to know. I keep looking at the camera like it's still on, but it's not. It's a downforce circuit. So there's a lot of cornering involved, as you can see. Particularly the twiddly bit at the end and the pointless chicane that nobody likes. So that tells us something. We're going to swap out Logan for Jack. And then we're going to set the cars up. Well, we're basically going to go middle for diddle again to start with. 20 laps. Driving options. We'll leave them as is. And then Albon here, 20 laps as well. Good stuff. Everything else is... Oh, tyres, obviously. We need hards, not softs. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do 20 laps. There we go. I think we're ready. Let's head out. So we're going to manage P1. We're probably going to skip Ps 2 and 3 again just to get to the good stuff.
Radio check. Radio check.
Copy. Radio check.
Let me know if the sound's okay for you guys as well. I'm going to send Jack out first. And we'll send Albon out straight after. There we go. Here comes Alex. Now the game has had a little bit of an update since we last played here on the channel, so there might be some things that are a little bit different. So you might be hearing me like go on about how things are changed for when I last played. It might not be that different for you guys, but Friday I think was the last time I played, so there might be some things that are a little bit different. I'm going to get up the timings sheets here, because I just want to see what kind of lap times they're doing. God, if I could drive around Barcelona this fast, breaking the lap record every other lap. New corner here. Very wide line there from Albon. I suppose you want to get a straight line up the little hill there. That's not the worst idea. So we're going to watch Albon on a flying lap here. And then we're going to whack it in time 16. Just while we get the feedback we need to improve the car. Albon should come in first now though. With the new feedback that he's got. Here we are then. Rocketing down the pit straight. Got to 300 kph there.
Copy that.
There's a Mercedes right in our way. Who are you? Which are you? Oh, they've sent out De Vries. Look at that. It's Russell. I knew it. Oh, that's Alonso. I was about to say, why is it not working? It's because it's not the right driver. Okay. If you want to sim sessions, then it's best to sim P1 and 2 if you do P3 manually. That's a good point, actually. So I think we'll skip P2, but we will manage P3 just to make sure that we get the fine tweaks. That is one thing that was recommended to us yesterday, actually. Thank you for the reminder. You sim qualifying as well, do you? That's, yeah. That is a good point. Like, qualifying, there isn't a lot you can actually do. You basically tell the driver what tyres to use, or you tell the pit crew what tyres to use, and then you just send them out and hope for the best. Unless you want to manually control it, of course. I don't know why you'd want to do that, because you're not going to go fast. Here comes Albon then. He is going to set the fastest time, but that's mainly because he's the only driver out on track to set a decent time. Aiken's going very slow. There we are then. 124.6. It's not the worst. I'll be interested in seeing how fast everyone else goes. Yeah, there you go. 121.6. So already we're miles off the pace. A 120.9. Wow. Now Albon's not going faster. He's still got Jack in front of him. Can we just let you through? Yeah, there we go. We'll release the Albon. Release the Albon. See what you can do now. Can you hire Palmer? What, as in Jolyon Palmer? I don't think you can. I don't think he's in the game. Pretty sure he's retired now, isn't he? Yeah, I think the first season right now is a bit of a write-off with Williams. We're not going to break any records right now. Just scoring a point would be good. It'd be nice to just score a point. It would be fun to hire Palmer and have him as Alonso's teammate, wouldn't it? Sadly, that's not possible. Right, here we go.
What's your thoughts on coming in or
Oh,
doing
we're
any
racing.
more?
We're racing the Haas.
Car just feels like we have oversteer.
Copy that.
Alright, let's bring Albon in. Pretty sure the Haas had all four wheels off the track then as well. That was crazy. Oh, I did the vote for low speed cornering. So that one is the one that won. So hopefully that will benefit us going forward. But I don't like to do things easily. I always like to do things with the challenge if possible. And sure enough, here we are. 27% confidence, but you're oversteer. So he said his car felt oversteery, but it's on great. What is this game? So what can we tweak then? Everything affects everything except this. But then that was already on good. So maybe if we did something like this. And then something like that. So straights is way over here now. I'm going to do 20 laps again. Forgot to hit confirm. There we go. Someone else actually suggested as well, if you just change the wings.
Oh, okay.
at the start because it has the biggest impact on everything else. Pull Jack in. I don't think this is benefiting Logan though, unless they've made it so that they have the same preferences. What was I in the middle of saying just now? It was something really profound and important. Oh yeah, just changing the wings. Because the wings change pretty much everything on the car setup. So you start off by just tweaking the wings, getting it into a position that you're happy with, and then you can start fine-tuning the rest of the car to match. Whereas what I did here was have everything here in the middle, and now no matter what I move, it affects everything else. Which is not the smartest way of doing it. So you're on 30, so if I can get... What's the one that affects... Oh, it is just wings, isn't it? That affects tire... straights. There we go. If I do something like that, and then dial these back in, I reckon something like this would work well. We'll go for 20 laps again, confirm, whack that into times 16 again. What are my likes and hates for the game? That's a very good question. If anyone else in the chat has a list that they'd like to add as well. I like how immersive this game does feel, for the most part. But at the same time, that pit wall is empty. Not a single person. It would be cool if there were people walking out of the garages, crossing the pit lane to and from the pit wall. That would be good to see. Just anything that makes the game feel that little bit more alive, you know? That would be good. What else? So I don't want to knock the game too much because it is the first entry in the series. I think a lot of people have kind of forgotten about that. Plus, you know, with the job, you get to see a lot of people's opinions about games, and I think some of them are incredibly harsh at times. You know, this is not a bad game. This is not a broken game. This is the first time a game like this has existed in over 20 years. It's obviously not going to be perfect immediately. We do just have to accept that. Considering what it is and who's made it, I really like this game. I've not seen any slider glitches myself. I've heard other people talk about glitches and bugs that they've experienced, none of which I've seen myself. The big one was the one in practice where you couldn't call your driver in and you couldn't send them out again. That was a pretty big one, but I believe that has been addressed, and it may have even been fixed by now as well. So hopefully that's not a huge issue anymore. And again, in fairness to Frontier, anytime there's a major issue, they take note of it immediately and they go ahead and try and fix it. I've said this in previous streams, I'm a huge fan of Frontier games, so you know, I always appreciate the work that they do, and I know how hard they work on their games. That Red Bull was absolutely determined to get past then, wasn't it? And I have a pretty... Oh, I guessed wrong. I thought it was Verstappen, but it was Perez. Well, I feel stupid now. I don't really know why I'm watching so closely here. We just speed it up at this point. Hope for the best. This is something that does annoy me again, though, and it's a little gripe I have with the game. So we're supposed to be getting closer to the perfect setup now for Albon's car, but his lap times are getting slower. And I guess he's on... Actually, mind you, so I was going to say it's because he's got a full car again, fuel-wise, but he set his fastest lap on his first flying lap. So you'd think now he'd be going quicker and quicker and quicker, particularly as the track is starting to evolve. But no. There's a green sector there. It could be he's stuck in traffic. Where is he right now? He's...
I think we've
There's
had
a gap between him and Sainz. So he's not stuck behind that much traffic. Oh, virtual safety car. Multiple cars crashed.
Virtual safety car, slow down.
Okay.
Do I... No. There's no point of calling them in, right? Do we see who crashed? Stroll and
I
Bottas are
think there's
back in
been
the...
contact on the track.
Oh, it was a
Let's take a
Mercedes.
look at the replay. Now, just watch the Mercedes here.
That's a cool camera angle, by And that's...
And that's a
Oof.
big smash. They'll have
Oof.
felt that.
Yeah, that's a big crash. I think we'll just leave them out. If they still gain knowledge while they're out in a VSC, then we'll just leave them out. Tyre degradation, yep, that's another one that's... oh, they are getting knowledge.
Wide.
There you go then. Tyre degradation is another one. Yep. That could be just a game mechanic that they may have... Because when we spoke to Adam Woods, there was talk about, you know, the balance between making the game realistic and making the game accessible. And not everyone who plays management games will understand about tyre degradation. So it could be right now they've kind of got the balance too far towards accessibility and not enough towards realism. So it could be a choice where they just went a little too far the wrong way. It's not really for me to speculate though. Let's see if I can bring that back into the right realm. Again, oversteer's alright. Let's move these way over. And then camber as well. So everything's in the blue again. Run plan, we're not going to have enough time to do a huge run. But we can send him out anyway. And start. Jack's way behind schedule right now. See why feedback is important. Where is he? Oh, he's just come in now. So he's up to 48. But again, I don't know if this transfers over to Logan or not. So we might just be wasting our time setting him up here. Let's shift the wings. Oh dear. It would be good if we could shift the wings in a way that... Oh, there you go. And then a little bit of that. Cool. And then some anti-roll just to bring that back into balance. And then some tyre camber. And then some toe out. So it's traction that's letting us down right now. Yeah, we're not getting enough from that. So I might have to do the wings again. They're all in the blue. So we'll give it a go. We're really not going to get anything out of him now, though. So it's going to be Logan back in the car soon. And then we'll go from there. Also, quick note, a little bit of housekeeping. So we put up a poll on the channel yesterday asking if you guys want us to continue streaming this series or whether you'd prefer to see it as edited episodes. So far, I believe episodes are winning. But if you're sat there thinking, hang on, I want to see streams, then do head over to our community tab now and vote. We're basically going to leave the vote open until the end of the week.
Okay, and all the way to
the next
zero.
episode
All the
won't
way
be
to
till
zero.
next week anyway now. So be sure to vote. Let us know how you want these videos, episodes, whatever you want to call them, to continue. And we'll go from there. So that's the end of P1. Russell with a with a penalty. What did he do? It is a grid penalty. Yeah, I thought so. Might just be for changing parts. So we got 35 laps in, which is about the same as what everyone else was doing. That's not bad for Albon. 34 for Aitken. So again, not bad. Not bad at all. Can I see what the grid penalty was for? Oh, he was the one that caused the collision. So plus 0 seconds. So we don't even know what the penalty is. How many places? No idea. Some yellow flags, some virtual safety cars, yellow flags again. Yeah. Overall then, somewhat action-packed. But meh. Driver development for Aitken, plus 500. That's pretty good. Albon, 30% track acclimatization, 78% car parts knowledge. Setup confidence, we don't yet know. But we're going to skip P2. We're going to put Logan back in, of course. I am going to fuel the first run up here for... This is untested still, but that might be... Yeah, so he does get it transferred over, which is cool. Good choice, Frontier, to have that as an option. Also, tyre-wise, Oh, how annoying. I don't have any hard tyres. So I guess you're going to have to go out on mediums. It's not ideal. Same with you, Alex. It could be the tyres that are slowing them down as well, I suppose. Not going to change anything with that, actually. It was this one. This probably all gets ignored anyway. Yeah, simulate the session. Let's see how well we do. There's Russell's grid penalty again. 18th and 19th, we were lapping faster than Stroll. 37 laps this time for Albon. 33 for Logan. So still not bad. Leclerc top again though. Don't mind that. Highest setup confidence, 76 and 64. Although the track acclimatization is naff for Logan because he didn't do P1. But car parts knowledge is looking good and the performance bonus is also looking pretty good.
Our race weekend continues as we head into FP3 and then qualifying. Practice 3 affords the teams one final opportunity to tweak their setups as the drivers get to grips with the tracks every turn. Once they reach qualifying, there simply won't be time to think twice. Drivers will need to outdo one another if they're to climb their way up the grid and secure themselves a solid starting position for tomorrow's race. Let the competition commence.
This is a new cutscene, right? I don't think we've had cutscenes pre-P3 before. When are you starting your research for next season? So I've already started Underfloor, I think is actually the one I'm researching right now. On the car. In terms of facilities, we can have a little chat about that actually after this race. Because there are some things I'd like to change. And it'd be nice to get the opinion of people who actually know what they're doing rather than me, who knows nothing. Your engine's getting worn. If I was to change your engine now, I don't think that would be a penalty. And even if it was, what difference does it make? We start at the back anyway. So we'll change your engine out. The ERS will need changing. We'll do that for... we might as well leave it for Monaco, because when is it going to get used? That's the question. When is it going to get used? The answer to that is probably never. Oh, your braking stability was optimal, which is not so optimal for me. So I now need to find a way. It's look at the straights here when I start messing around with this. Cornering. And then tyre camber. So that needs to go there. And then for the wing. Oh man. It's a proper puzzle, this one. I don't think I've actually changed a single thing here. Let's revert that. So I need to get cornering into the blue without anything else moving, basically. So if I change you, then if we change you to match, but now look at straights. Straights has flown out of the optimum range. So we could achieve it with some anti-roll, and then maybe cancel that out a little bit with some tyre camber. But again, if you look at everything else, I actually don't know how to do this, guys. Any advice? Do I recommend the game? Yes. If you're a fan of F1 or if you're a fan of management games, I do recommend this game. I think it's the good. Actually, do I need to change this? I probably don't need to. 76 is pretty high. And it's Logan. Why am I wasting my time? No offense, Logan, but why am I wasting my time with you? Alex is the one we need to look at. Let's just do Alex's. But yeah, I do recommend this game. Because it only gets better. There's people who are saying right now they won't buy the game because of some of the issues with it. But the way I see it is if you buy the game now and enjoy it with the issues in place, then when those issues get fixed, it will only ever make the game better. It might not be the best way of looking at it necessarily, but it works for me. And that's basically all I care about for the most part. Okay, that for Albon is pretty good. Traction should be almost amazingly good. Oversteer still needs a little bit of work. I could probably bring that back. There we go. And then cornering can be fixed with a little bit of camber. I think that's pretty good. Stick you out on 20 laps, same as before. Right, let's go. And we will manage P3 as well. And then I'll follow the advice for Monaco and skip P1 and 2.
Copy, radio check.
Okay, it's green now.
Out comes Alex. We're not going to watch them here, we're just going to fast forward. Although that's just hit 5 out of 5. That's going to reset, right? And it's just saying 5 out of 5. Do I call him in now? He's done a lap. Let's bring him in. Just see what it says. Where is he?
Did
Right,
somebody spin out there?
76. I guess it's because we didn't change anything, actually. That might be why. That might be why. In that case, let's just change something. And see if we can... Again, it's straight. Okay, let's just do this. And see if we can get it closer to where we want it to be. Everything is pretty much inside the blue now. If we do that. 20 laps. 4 minutes to reconfigure, but let's do it. Mercedes, here I come. Yeah, good luck. I've heard different stories with the Mercedes. Some people saying it's easy to win. Some people saying it's a bit more of a challenge. Whatever it is, the game is fun. Like right now, I'm not anywhere near winning a race right now, but I'm still enjoying this game just as much as someone in a Red Bull. Oh, yeah, ERS. That was something else I was going to talk about. Again, this was left as a comment on our video from yesterday. So from what I understand now, the blue here is ERS usage. And once this fills up, they've maxed out on their usage for a lap. The yellow is ERS harvesting. And again, once it fills up, so you see there both bars cleared as he crossed the line. So once this bar fills up, you won't be able to harvest any more ERS on that lap. This is what I was complaining about in the last stream, was not understanding the ERS. And it was very kindly explained in the comments, and now I know what I'm doing. So huge thanks whoever it was that left that one as well. Albon's actually lapping pretty well right now. Logan not as much, but that was a green first, green second. Yeah, Albon's up in 14th. I can't see it staying this way, surely not. Although Albon is getting
What's your
faster.
thoughts
He
on
seems to be
coming
picking
in
up
or
pace.
doing any more?
We'll call him in.
It's okay.
Yep.
Set up good, he says. 77. That's not great. I still feel like we can improve. But how? How do we improve on this? A bit more front wing, I would say. And a bit more rear wing. I mean, that's a drastic change on straights. So maybe if I just twig that back a little bit. That could be optimum. We've got 3 grates here that I don't want to move around too much. I'm going to change this. Still 20 laps. I'm pretty sure the tyres have got enough. Yeah. Ish. Go. Get out there. Start putting those laps in. He's 15th right now. He's faster than Mick, Yuki, Logan, obviously, in both Astons. Logan's going faster than the Astons now as well. That's encouraging. It'll all go wrong in quali, I'm sure. But right now, that's encouraging. We should be getting the feedback from Logan soon as well. Yeah, I think at this point, we could have almost just put Albon out for the rest of P3 and just taken whatever he was up to with his setup.
Okay.
We'll see where Logan's at. He says it feels pretty good. 76 again, though. So it hasn't actually changed. I think now I have a better idea as to what to do to change it. So rear wing here does huge changes. And front wing does small changes. That's not what I wanted. So what is it actually that needs to move? It's cornering, which he says is great. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get... So it's traction that's bad. Traction's the one that really needs to change. Maybe this? We could try it. Shouldn't hurt. 20 laps. How are your tyres? 31 laps remaining roughly. Let's try it. He'll have time to do probably 15 of his 20 laps actually, so this might have been a mistake. Maybe we just send him out for 15. I don't know. We'll go. Let's go. So Albon's dropped to 17th. Logan's 19th. Still not terrible. We're only 1400ths off Mick still. I think there's potential here still right now. We have got time to call Alex in one more time. Just to get that final feedback. His lap times aren't getting faster, but he is stuck in traffic right now. Alright, he's ready to come in. Here he comes. 79. That's probably as good as we're going to get, to be honest. We could maybe try and get traction in. I mean, that's not bad. The learning curve for me is quite high, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be high for you guys. What do you reckon? Send him out on a nice set of softs. Stick him on like a... how long's left? 10 minutes. We stick him out on just a quick 5-lapper run plan. We're not going to get any feedback from this, but you never know. It really depends on, like, if you know F1, then, you know, knowing things like CFD hours and wind tunnel hours and most of the rules and regs of F1, you know, it's not going to take you long to get your head around those. If you're familiar with management games, if you've played Motorsport Manager, then you'll understand what's going on here right now with sending drivers out, getting feedback, bringing them back in again. If you're new to both of those things, then yeah, the learning curve is a little bit on the steep side. But it's still relatively easy to pick up. I wouldn't say you'd be sat there for too long scratching your head. And there is a very good tutorial
End of session.
that will teach you the basics. That's the end of the session. Albon's 16th. I'm quite happy with that. We'll never know what his setup was on, so it might have been better, but I think I will reset it to what it was before. Just to be on the safe side. I think overall, that was a pretty good P3. Climatization, 100. That's 91. So that's dropped because we didn't have the setup confidence. So that's probably a mistake on my part. So if I revert this, this might go back up, maybe? I don't know. And same with Logan. So that was a bit of a gamble there for me that didn't quite pay off. Car setup. We're going to revert it to the highest confidence. Yeah, 76% confidence. Run plan, we'll go with one flying lap. That's all good to me. Alex, same thing. We'll revert it to the 79%, which isn't... I reckon we were going to be in the high 80s with the change that I made. But it's just not worth the risk at this point. And the one flying lap again. Start qualifying. Now, you suggested to skip qualifying, but I think I am going to manage it. We're not getting through to Q2 anyway, so it's going to be a relatively short session for us.
Radio check.
We are basically just going to send them out. Right now, Albon's giving Logan a tow, which is kind of the plan. I'll just watch these. Yeah, I think we should always have Logan giving Albon the tow. So Albon, that's not bad. So far, that's not bad. Only 1.7 slower than Verstappen. Right, so apparently somewhere there is a traffic. Ah, expected traffic. Yeah. Okay, so if I speed this up. So expected traffic is the white line. So I'm guessing that's what this is. So if we send them out roughly here, where traffic will be low, we should be able to sneak in another cheeky second stint. Just got to be mindful of how quickly this moves. So I think if we get to like 2 ticks before the traffic drops completely, that's when we send them out. So I'm going to get them ready to go now. So we're going to move you onto a new set of softs. Actually, are we? No. We're going to leave you on the same softs. This is all fine. Front wing. What's the point of changing that right now? Flying lap 1. Albon. Again, we're basically just going to keep you on the same. So even though we kept him on the same of everything, it still took time to reconfigure, which I find funny. Okay, we'll send Logan out first, then Albon. So now, Logan goes out. Just he appears, there we go. We send Albon out. Traffic should be low. That's the main thing right now. Traffic should be low. So as they come round to do the flying lap, yeah, there's no one on track right now. Now the problem is, they're all coming out of the pit now. So hopefully they get out of the way. So far, so good. No one's in front of us. There's only sort of 2 or 3 cars in front of us right now that could cause problems. This could work. And it follows the advice we gave, actually. We said between 2 and 3 minutes to the end of the session, send your drivers out. We got it on about 3, I think it was. Logan squeaked past the Alpine there. We're about to squeak past the Alpine here, hopefully, if they get out of the way. There we go. Thank you, whoever that was. Yellow first sector, though. Not great. Whoa! Haas. What a Haas. So that's the first thing they teach you at the Haas Driver Academy is how to impede on a qualifying lap. Yeah, we're not going faster. That's actually quite frustrating. I was almost tempted to do 2 flying laps. And if you look at how much track we had ahead of us here, we could have easily done 2 flying laps. Whereas now, we're out in Q1 again. We could impede some other drivers, I suppose. Here they come. That's the end of Q1. 16th and 19th. That might stay the same. Yeah, 16th and 19th. Should I be unhappy about that? 16th is not bad. We were very, very close to getting through. If I look at the time there, we were 8 thousandths of a second from making it into Q2. That's how close it was. That's crazy. Ah, okay. If I'd have just waited, or even if I just put them on 2 laps instead of 1, that would have been a big, even if it's just Albon.
Williams had a good performance.
We tell Logan to get out the way after the first lap.
Eager to demonstrate that they can have an even better race.
Damn.
Aston Martin did a good job during qualifying, and they're pretty much where
But
everyone
here we go
expected them
to the
be
race.
on the grid. Now it's up to them to
Go out
defy
after everyone else has
expectations
gone
during the
out.
race
It will
itself.
improve times and
And
give
the
a
race
clear
will be
track,
taking
say
place
10 to
under
20
blue
seconds after the
skies.
last one
That
has gone
means
out.
the team should
You're,
be able
you're
to
playing
apply
it
their
very
strategy
close to the wind,
without
though,
any
for
added
missing
complications.
the crossing the line in time.
Calls to make in Catalonia today. So let's
I don't
see
want to be
who
like
makes the
I've made a
best
lot of
ones
mistakes in this
for the
game already,
Spanish
but I
Grand
do not want to
Prix.
be clipped for missing the line. That would be embarrassing. Okay then. So strategy-wise, what have we got? So the safe strategy is a 2-stopper starting on the hards, moving to the mediums and then the softs. The riskier strategy Yeah, the riskiest strategy is to start on the softs, then go mediums, and then softs again. So I think I'm going to put Logan on this strategy here. I'm going to put Albon on B. See if we can make up some places early on. He got up to 86% confidence, which is awesome. I don't know how, because he was on 70 something before, wasn't he? So I don't know how he got more confident. Meanwhile, Logan dropped one. Still don't quite know how that's happened either. Driver options, there's no point changing those right now. We're on the hards, we're on the softs. I think we're ready to go racing.
It's bright and sunny as the drivers line up on the grid.
These cutscenes are awesome,
Here
by the
we
way.
have
It would be good if you
Albon.
could see more
With their starting position
of these
in the back
characters
10,
around the
they'll
pit
have their
lane
work cut out for them.
during all sessions,
And
practice,
looking
qualifying,
at
and the
second
race.
Williams car. They're starting in the bottom half of the grid today, so there's a lot of cars between them and the podium. The race start is mere seconds away.
I like the fact they have the clock there as well. That's always the sign.
One of the oldest races on the Formula One calendar. This
3,
is the
4,
Spanish Grand Prix.
5 lights, and away we
it's
go.
lights out,
And
and
we're watching
away we
Albon.
go.
So I need Albon to have a pretty decent start here, and he's up to 15th. He's got past Joe, and he's almost up to, there we go, up to 14th. He's got the inside line round turn 1. Oh, he just backed out on Ricciardo, although he's got pretty good traction
There's
out of
an
the
overtake
first
from
corner there.
Williams.
And he is now up to 13th. Why is our car so fast, guys? What's happened? Quali laps count as confidence. I had a feeling. I'm just wondering how Sargent's dropped, though, when we put
And
him
a new
back on the
position
setup that he was
just
confident
gained
in.
by Williams.
It went from 76 to 75. Maybe just because he wasn't driving that fast, so he lost a bit of confidence in the car. It's plausible. Albon's made up, what, 3 places so far? We're only halfway around lap 1.
Good job, good job.
It's a bit of a gap opening to Ocon now, but there's also a gap to Vettel behind. Sargent's got past... Oh no, he hasn't got past Stroll. He has got past Stroll, but Stroll got past him first. I mean, no offense, Logan, I'm not that interested in you right now because Alex is on one here. So we're going to get ready to switch on overtake. Oh, look at that slipstream. Look at that slipstream. They're not really gaining though, so they must be using overtake as well. When we get on the next straight, up here, we might go full deploy. We barely used any ERS on that lap. We're very close though. 3/10 off Ocon right now, and he's less than 2/10 off Norris. Here we go then. Full deploy.
You can use energy.
This will keep us in DRS range though. So that's where it becomes useful. So as we get DRS here on lap 3, this will be where it comes into play. And we are close enough. We're in a bit of a train right now. It goes all the way up to Gasly.
DRS enabled.
Here we go.
Use energy if you need it. Use energy.
Got it.
He needs to keep up. Don't think he's actually using any there. Maybe because it's the start of a new lap. How do you stay motivated with Williams? Good question. Willpower. That's one of the big secrets. It's just the fact, just knowing that your only trajectory is upwards. Like, whatever you do will improve the car, basically. Is it raining? No, I think it's just specks on the screen here. Genuinely thought it was about to start raining then. Yeah, it's just knowing that you will get better. You will start winning races. You will start scoring points. That's the big motivation.
So use energy.
You know, DRS
Yeah,
and
okay.
ERS. If I just leave it on deploy for a bit. Right up behind Ocon. I assume we had the wing open there. Here we go. If this doesn't work, then we'll just go into fast forward for a bit. I think there could be some rain in this race though, guys. Here we go. He's moved out of the slipstream for some reason. Oh, we're going to get Lando. There we go. Up to 12th. And we might just squeak Ocon at the end. Not quite.
That's it.
That was a good move though, Alex. Logan's still struggling. Logan's 2 seconds off Mick. What the
And
heck
there's an
has happened
overtake
here?
from Williams.
He's not on slowdown. And he's setting green sectors as well, so I have no idea what's going on there. This is a great track for charging the battery. Although we've already harvested pretty much all of our ERS on this lap, and we're still on 50% basically, so I have to go another lap with just a little bit of charging. Russell's in 10th. Was he there before? I don't remember seeing his name there before. He probably was, knowing me. Almost definitely was. We're up to 12th. We're so nearly in the points. We've got a bit of an aggressive strategy right now. We're pitting in, well, I say soon. 20 laps, basically. Alright, let's let the game do its thing for a bit.
Car in the wall.
Yellow flags in
Yep,
sector
copy.
1.
Yellow
was it
exit
for?
of 6. Yellow exit of 6.
Oh, we're up to 11th. Something happened. Gasly crashed
Let's
on
see
turn
what
4.
happened there. Now look at this. It's Pierre Gasly.
Did he get hit or did he just go off himself? Oh, he got punted by the Mercedes.
Thank goodness nobody
He got
else
hit
was
by...
involved.
That must be Russell, right?
That was a big crash.
Is he out? No, he's still going. That does us a favour, though. We have got both McLarens right behind us, and there is a gap to Ocon. But, I mean, there's no point in changing strategy right now. We just got to keep the McLarens behind us. There's a little bit of toing and froing. Might have
And
to
a
go
new
on defend.
position just gained by
Use
Williams.
energy if you need it.
Yes.
Oh, we've run out of
Yep, low
ERS. We're going to have
battery.
to harvest now, which means we are going to get
Yep,
overtaken.
sure.
Or maybe not. There we go. There goes Lando. Daniel not far behind, I was going to say. But no, 1.3.
That
He is
sounds
far,
like
far
someone's
behind.
gone wide there.
Bottas running wide. Does us again a little bit of a favour. Although he's ahead of us. There's a gap between Bottas and Leclerc. Leclerc's in 5th. He must have pitted, right? No. Gasly has, but no one else has. Who were? Ricardo might get past us here. We could probably do one more lap of harvesting and then we can
McLaren
settle
gain
back
the
into a
position.
rhythm. That here, pretty much we can settle back into a rhythm.
Oh, did someone run wide there?
Schumacher's gone wide, so we've dropped back down to 13th. Logan's up to 18th. But he has got Stroll right behind. We are...
Aston Martin
we're
with a
toing and
great
froing
play
again with
there.
Ricciardo.
They've moved up a place.
It looks like, again, I don't know if this is the case, but it looks like they have fixed the toing and froing a little bit more now. So it's not like immediate gains. But then this track, the DRS zones are quite a long way apart. So that could play into it as well. Oops. Let's speed it up again. So we are approaching our pit window. Lap 22 is when Albon's coming in. We're going to get rid of these used softs. We're going to slap some mediums on. There's another yellow flag and another yellow flag. Sargent still toing and froing with Stroll.
Who's running wide there?
Oh, here he
I
goes.
think
Here he
there's
goes.
been a
Here he
lock-up.
goes. it's close. This is Lando. We're trying to get back to 11th. Do we push the tyres? I think we should push the tyres. We're coming in soon. They're a little bit hot. We could probably push here as well. That was right in the curb. If that was F122, we'd be in that wall over there right now.
Yep, copy.
We're 8 seconds off Magnussen. And we have now entered our pit window. Let's, whoa. Sort the fuel out.
Okay, so just lift and coast.
Yeah.
Wow, that fuel usage took a massive nosedive then. You might be screwed. To put it politely, you might be screwed with your Mercedes team there with your gearbox. You could risk it. You never know. You might see it through. So we're moving on to the mediums. Car parts, nothing to change. Everything's good. 2.6 second pit stop, hopefully.
It's a box.
Yes, the key box.
Here comes Alex. He pits in 8th.
Is that a lockup?
But other drivers have pitted. Ocon, Magnussen, Bottas. So we could be about to drop. Here comes Yuki. Then we got Mick. Then we got Vettel. And then there's Ocon. So yeah, we're going to drop down again. But pretty good stop. 2.8. We weren't far off the pace. No, I'm not unhappy with that. Brings us out in 16th. And then everyone else comes in and we move back up to 13th. We seem to have got past Ricciardo, which is good. Sargent's got past Ricciardo as well now. So if we tell him to... When's his window, actually? His window is 30. So yeah, we can afford to tell him to push. And we can tell him to push on the fuel a little bit now as well. So we can ignore Albon for a minute. Although I'll put you back on standard here for a sec. We're just going to focus on Logan.
Let's reduce
his pit window.
Coast by 1 level.
Copy.
Oh yeah, you could probably... You take a grid penalty or something for changing your gearbox. That can be fun as well, particularly if you're driving. It's fun to give yourself the penalties and try and recover. Right behind Joe. Do you reckon we can make it past him? I mean, right now we're looking racy without telling him to push on ERS, but he has got energy to use. Coming up to the optimum window here for Logan.
The tyres aren't really coming down.
He's just about to start his lap here. Somewhere.
Sonoda is pitting this lap.
Yeah, we're going to bring him in because they just said Yuki's pitting as well. So you're moving to the mediums too, off the hards. 2.6 second stop, supposedly.
So
Here comes Albon on Joe.
Copy, boss.
Oof, nearly. You might get him on the inside here. Not quite. And he's not going to Hamilton it into the back of him like, funny enough, like Hamilton did. Back in, was it 2016 that happened, or was that earlier? That might have been 2016. Might have been 2014, actually. If you know the incident I'm talking about, when did that happen?
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Albon has now got past Joe. Excellent. So yeah, what do we do right now? I think we just let the game play itself out for a little bit. We're pitting on lap 47 to swap back to the softs. Logan's coming in on 52. So, yeah. I assume Logan's stop here went well as well. Albon's... Do you reckon we could catch Magnussen? We've just lost out to Joe. Might be able to get him back.
For Alfa Romeo.
We're so close to points right now. We are so close to points. If we can get our second stop. Let's go deploy. We could be aggressive, but not too aggressive. That needs to go to harvest for a little bit. We got past Joe again. Fuel we can actually keep up for a little bit more.
They've locked
Now
up
go
and gone
balance.
straight on.
Lift and coast will help.
Yes.
Stroll's locked up. Oh, there goes Joe again. The McLarens are catching us again now as well. Take it your tyres are getting... No, they're not too bad actually. He is saying they're getting hot, so we will cool them down. That can go back to neutral.
You've got loads of energy.
Okay.
For a road to glory, I think Haas. McLaren are more of a redemption story than a road to glory. That's my opinion anyway. Right, yeah, we're going to speed up again. I'm just going to let the race play out for a little bit. Was it 47? Is it's Albon first, isn't it? Yeah. He switches back to the softs. We could potentially go slightly longer. Maybe a lap or two longer. Maybe. You can push.
And that's the lockup.
You locked up Ocon. That's fine. Wow, look at that speed. That's DRS and pushing on the fuel. That's it. Nothing else. No ER. Well, I mean, there might be some ERS usage there, but not high
And a new
usage.
position, just gained by Williams.
Oh, it's a good race. I'm enjoying this race. It's such a shame we got Monaco next. Got nothing to build off.
Here's the
Oh, are you
replay.
joking?
Now we see the Williams here.
Did Joe hit him?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. The
Oh,
car's just
Alex.
The team are
Alex, what have
really
you done?
disappointed with
Is that the game just telling me
Let's
you're
hope it
doing
doesn't
too
set
well?
them back too badly.
I mean, he's still in the race, and he's only lost a couple of places, to be fair. I don't think the tyres gave way. I don't know what happened there, actually. But we're coming up to his time to pit anyway. So, I think it's telling us to go onto those ones, but I'm going to go onto these softs. Here. Good for 31 laps. They are scrubbed. But the track grip's good. Yeah. I think these are the ones to go for. That was frustrating. That was frustrating.
Okay, box, box.
I don't think we're going to gain many places now. Why was I saying it was going well? We've dropped down to 18th. I assume there's cars below us who... above us, sorry, who haven't pitted yet. Yeah. Gasly, Schumacher, Vettel, Tsunoda. Zhou up here as well. Maybe if we really push. We'll just do some deploy for a bit. Oh, guys,
Sounds
cannot
like we've
begin
had a
to tell you
spin.
how heartbreaking that was then. Ay, ay, ay. We're up to 16th. Still some cars in front who haven't pitted yet. Is that... That looks like a Mercedes in front of us, so we must be getting lapped now, right? Yeah, we're a lap down. That must be Hamilton. Wow. Were there a fresh set of softs? I didn't see any. I only saw 2 sets. Switch Sergeant with Piastri. So if you watched the first stream, I deliberately chose to not hire Piastri because that's what everyone else is doing. So I kind of wanted to show off something a little bit different, you know? Because literally everyone is firing their driver, second driver, and putting in Oscar. Plus, I couldn't handle the tweet. Right. So you've got a fresh set of softs right up here. 2.6 second pit stop. Switch Albon back to balanced. I feel like I'm managing my drivers better here as well, but I'm being careful of what I say now, because you never know. Albon's up to 15th still. So right now we're at sponsor's objective. We just need to try and catch Joe. We've got, what, 10 laps left. How are your tyres looking? They are on the hot side, actually, so we'll turn that down. Yeah, we're 5 seconds away. I don't think we're going to catch Joe. We're not going to get caught by Vettel either, by the looks of things. We just need to keep Albon in the race. Although Ricciardo's dropped down. Now Gasly. And now it looks like it's going to happen again. Now it's just like, maybe we can catch him after all. We got 6 laps, though, to gain 4 seconds. I don't see it happening. Is that not Hamilton in front of us? Yeah, that is Hamilton in front of us. Wow, he locked off ages ago. Turn 6. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that turn 6? Or is that turn 6? It's that age-old question again, isn't it? Of what is a corner and what isn't. If we could unlap ourselves, that would be nice. Although we're going to start seeing a lack of pace now, because we've dropped below 50%. Although Gasly's pitted, so we have gone back up a place. We're running in 14th right now. Gasly's 20 seconds behind us. So even if we lose pace, which we definitely have done, because he's gaining, like, reasonably quickly, and we are losing pace on Ricciardo, but I think we're doing alright. I think, you know, we've got 1 and a bit laps to go. Let's just let the game finish itself. Leclerc's on his last lap. 14th. If you gave me 14th at the start of this race, I would have taken it, for sure. The annoying thing is I can see Ricciardo there on the map. He is 5 seconds ahead of us. He's basically a corner ahead of us. So maybe with a slightly better stop strategy. Ultimately, what cost us was Albon spinning. If he hadn't have done that, he may have even been 11th right now. If you think about how much time he'd have lost from that spin. But I'll take 14th. I'm happy with 14th. That's a really, really good finish. And he's crossed the line now as well, so they can't take it away from us. Believe me, they'll try. If that's not worth a like, guys, I don't know what is. Or a sub, actually. A sub would be nice too. I'm happy with that result. We'll just fast forward and let all the other drivers cross the line. There we go. That's a big result for us. That's the first time we've met a sponsor's objective.
What a pleasure it was to watch Alex Albon on the track. And an amazing result to match.
There we go. Just have a look at the back of the garages here for literally no reason. Look at that road texture.
Showing today for Williams.
So good.
This was thrilling to watch. They've done an excellent job and they deserve all the
These guys are all celebrating because they're actually getting paid this week.
The team is ranked in 9th in the
We got the money, guys. We did it. We made it.
Grand Prix, make sure you join us at the renowned city circuit of Monaco. Prepare yourselves for one of the most legendary rounds of the season.
Has no one told Karun how boring the Monaco Grand Prix is? Wherever you start, that's where you finish. So ultimately, we need to qualify first. Look at that. He gained 2 places. He did finish a lap behind the leaders still. We don't score points for it, but I'm still very, very happy with that. That's a very, very good race. We are improving. We rise. Sargent, 894. Albon, 817. And there's Jack as well. He got maximum for practice. I think we'll put Jack in the car for next week too. Good stuff. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Exceeding expectations. There we go. Ah, thank you, Patrick. It's always nice to get good news like that. James Irwin as well. Yep, good stuff. I did notice that Jack got a development point. I think I'll stick that under braking. We might as well improve his worst stats first, right? That seems smart. So in terms of staff, I do still want to replace Erwin. We've brought in Cronin. So do we now try and get his former colleague? Do we try and get Ben Mitchell? I like that idea a lot. I do like that idea. And I think... No, car 1. This seems to be the offer we made to him last time, so we already know what we need to improve on. I think first of all we offer him 2 mil. Or 1.9. We'll undercut ourselves slightly. 100,000 starting bonus, that takes it up to 2 million. Let's see what he says. He's happy. Let's do it. Alright, we've got 2 excellent race engineers now. For our level at least, we've got 2 very good. And already I'm tempted to swap. So that Albon now works with Mitchell. Cronin now works with Logan. I'm tempted to see now what happens to Aston Martin. Because we've just taken 2 of their... So Jago's now at Aston Martin. Who's their other guy? Do they have another guy? They haven't hired them yet. I guess because we've only just hired them ourselves. So they'll probably just pick up Erwin. Look at that. Already we're getting better. We've replaced all of our staff. We've replaced one of our drivers. Good times. Good times. And the new chassis is complete. We need to manufacture it, but it's complete. The design's complete. So we're going to design 3 of these. Manufacture, sorry, 4 of these. We'll have spares. We've got the money. There we go. And now we can design something new. So, new project, design. Now I know how the wind tunnel hours and everything works as well. We can go hell for leather on this one. So I think already we've got... warehouse. What have we already designed? Is there a way to see complete projects? I don't know. I think we've already designed a front wing. That's what I think it was. So in that case, I want to design a new rear wing. Or do I? We're researching underfloor for next season. So I think, yeah, a new rear wing. It helps with DRS. It helps with car performance, top speed and all that stuff. A new front wing would help with cornering speeds. But we have already got one. Side pods does nothing really to help us. What do you guys think? Rear wing or front wing or chassis? Again, chassis doesn't really do anything. I want to go rear wing. But I'll give it a minute just to see if anyone suggests anything in the chat. Assuming you guys can hear me, of course. Could do it as a poll. Might do it as that. Let's do a poll. There we go. Ask the community. See if we can get some votes on that. Meanwhile, I'm going to look at some other stuff that we could potentially work on. Everyone's saying rear wing so far. Interesting. So I'm going to give that until... Well, 1 more minute, basically, and then I'll close it and we'll go with the result, which I'm pretty certain is unanimous at this point. 100% all voting for that. So Monaco, we know Monaco is a downforce circuit. So anything we can do to increase our downforce would be useful. Oh, so the poll is now... There we go. We gave it a minute. Poll is closed. 5 votes. Front got 40%, so that's what, 2. Rear got 3 votes, so we are going to design a new rear wing. Let's have a look at our performance targets here, though. Reach Q2. Now, that might be possible now. I'm starting to feel confident. And then, yeah, this. So we need to get both drivers to finish, which is slightly annoying. But let's have a look at cars, development, new project, design, rear wing. And we're just going to throw all of our available hours into it, pretty much. Because by the time this finishes... Now, I might not do all of our hours, but this right now is about half of what we have left there. And this has 33 days left, so we're just going to fling it right the way up. $42 hours. We'll do half. And again, look at the changes this makes. Those are some big changes. They look like small numbers, but those are big changes. Trust me. It's over here as well where you can see the changes. Our top speed increases by almost 0.1 kilometers per hour, which again is massive. And then, you know, top speed here, acceleration. It's all good. It's all good stuff. So I think low speed performance ultimately is where we would like to improve. So that'll be low speed cornering and low speed dirty air cornering. Yep. So it's suggesting it for Monaco, but we're not going to get this done in time for Monaco. What if I did... So balanced would be a good mix of everything. Or optimized aero. So acceleration won't increase, but top speed will. And then everything. I might do optimized aero, actually. Yeah, let's do that. And then engineers. We'll stick all of them on. We could try and get it rushed. Or we could do intense, but it takes longer. We'll try and do rushed. 1.2 million, basically. Let's do it. Can do that now. So we've got the race weekend in 2 days. Here we go. So race prep. We basically know what's expected of us now. Sponsor targets and all that good stuff. Yeah, let's get into it. Race 2 then. Here we go. So we're going to put Jack in the car again for P1, but we're also going to skip P1 and P2. We're going to come back in at P3. We're going to just do the little twiddly bits on the little tweaking on the car setup to try and make it perfect.
Since 1929, and this weekend is no exception, as we get to watch the new generation of world-class drivers take over Monte Carlo. This is the Monaco Grand Prix. Monaco is famous for its many narrow twists and corners, from the brake-heavy Le Rascasse to the treacherous Sand of Ott. There are no proper straights to speak of, and it's extremely hard to overtake here. It sounds like simple advice, but getting up as high on that starting grid as possible is the best plan of attack. At this early stage in the season,
I still find it crazy that they have F1 races in Monaco.
Sport,
absolutely crazy.
No guarantees. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Formula One.
Like, you look at some of the other tracks where they say it's too dangerous, and yet this still exists. Absolutely ludicrous. Right, Jack in for Logan. In terms of the setup, I think I'm just going to leave it all as is. Simulate the session. Let's go. Ding. Done. I like how quickly it simulates the sessions, actually. That's good. Albon 17th. Aitken 20th, but I'm not... That's not too bad. Albon 17th, though. That's good. This is good. Car parts knowledge is good. Setup confidence. That's not bad for P1. I'll take that. P2 then. Logan's back in, of course. Again, all of this stuff we're just going to leave. I'm going to simulate P2. And ding. Again, love how quickly it does that. Albon's still 17th. Logan now 20th, but again, that's fine. Wow, Stroll did 40 laps. So did Zhou. It's crazy. Anyone get a penalty? Because that might help us. No. That sucks. It's getting higher. It's not as high as I'd like it, but it is getting higher. Performance bonus not looking too bad. So we have one crack
Today,
at
we
getting
see
this
the
right.
culmination
Yeah,
of
we
the
know what
team-
you're saying, Crofty. We get one crack at getting the... well, we get two cracks, technically, at getting the setup right here. So we're going to stick you on the hards. 15... No, we want 20 laps. Might even go for 25, but it doesn't matter because we get the knowledge before that anyway. So where are you at? Oversteer, that can come down. That's not bad. It's within range. Yeah, that looks all right. Traction, straights, it's all pretty good. Run plan, all okay there. Albon, put him on hards. Confidence, yeah. So, I mean, straights is way away from where it needs to be. That's a huge gap. But that's not a bad recovery, I would say. And run plan 20 laps. Let's go. Manage.
Radio check. Copy radio check.
Send them straight out. Don't need to waste
Should
any
be
time
green
here.
now.
Yep, again, we know what that looks like. So I do want to watch Albon go around here. Just want to see what a lap looks like in F1 Manager, because I don't race this circuit in F1 22 for obvious reasons.
Tires aren't really coming down.
Here we
Copy.
go then. Let's get the deltas up. Not bad round turn 1. Car in front up the hill here, but they're not far enough in front to give us a huge issue. I would say they'd give us a nice toe, but do you get toes in Monaco? Don't know if you do. Is that a Red Bull in front? I can't actually tell. I saw a bit of orange. That looks like a Red Bull. I'd say that's a Red Bull. Round the tightest corner in the F1 calendar. Down to the tunnel, and away we go. There we go. Really pointless chicane. I know why it exists, but still. It's always frustrating. Coming up to the swimming pool chicane. And then I can't remember the name of this chicane. Up to Raskas. Again, an absolute pig of a corner. And then round the final corners. And not bad. Not bad. A 116.2. Okay, quite slow. 114.8, 114 dead. Ay, ay, ay. It's the hope that kills you. I said this last time as well.
Car in the wall.
Copy.
Oh, he's crashed. Got ourselves some
We've
yellow
had a
flags. Signs.
We can
Oh
take
dear.
a look now. Okay, here's the Ferrari.
Oh, yep, no,
Clearly,
that looks like
something
something Signs
went
would do.
very wrong
Who said
there.
this game was unrealistic? Signs spinning in Monaco. That's definitely on the list of plausibilities. Look at the feedback now. We're getting feedback a lot faster. Means we can refine the setup a lot quicker now. We are dropping down the tower a bit though. 15th right now. Sign doesn't set a time. Is he going to? Is he in the garage? Is he coming out again? That's the big question. Albon's gearbox showing signs of wear, and I can't really do anything about that now unless I mean, I could wait for him to get his feedback, I suppose. Bring him back in and see if I can change his gearbox then. That will take a lot of time, though.
Rain still coming. Copy.
Rain coming as well. Ooh. That's going to be interesting. Something else to bear in mind. We're on hards. There are other drivers on hards. In fact, the top drivers are on hard. Okay,
How's
never
the
mind.
balance? Yeah, it's a... Copy.
Albon's not too unhappy with his car.
There is a small sprinkling of rain.
Copy.
Right, where are we at with Albon then?
What's your thoughts on coming in or
53.
doing any more?
Still not good, is it? Oversteer? Is that where we need to change things? I think maybe that. This is just not getting smaller at all. Okay. If it's gonna rain. Oh, was it your gearbox that was yeah, minor damage. So we'll swap out your gearbox. We should do that penalty free. So we're up to 30... Oh, is that 38 minutes? Wow, in that case we're not going to change your gearbox. We might just enter Monaco with a rubbish gearbox, to be honest. It is raining now, though. So we might have to change your tyres. Put you on inters for now. Do I tweak some stuff here still? That's a little tweak. We'll try that. So you're still going to do 20 laps. You could do 20 laps on inters, right? 82 laps, that's it. Wow, that's good. Wish I had tyres that could last that long. You think about the forces that are put on those tyres. Oh, Logan's in. I was about to say, where is he? Right. Cornering. We can tweak that. There we go. Yeah, that should be good. Tyres, inters, run plan 20. Let's go. Track condition has changed to wet. Now, does that mean we go for full wets now? Or do you think it's worth it? It does say heavy rainfall. I'm going to try intermediates. It's practice, so we're not going to lose too much if they're wrong. We'll just bring them in after a lap. It shouldn't take long to change. Send Albon out now. We'll send Logan out now as well. Just to see if he's actually got grip on these. Track grip low, but he's not going to set faster times necessarily. It's just about making sure he gets to grips with the cut. What's happened? Did I pause it by mistake? Didn't mean to. What's happening? Just keeps slowing me down again. Back to this. Yeah, it just keeps pausing. Maybe I'm missing radio messages or something. I don't know. Track conditions changed to wet. Or maybe it's just changing between wet and like ultra wet or so. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Okay, they're getting feedback. That's the main thing. Albon's 15th. I mean, 15th is still good. It is still good. We're not going to improve. The session's basically over in terms of getting faster and slower and things like that. Right now it is literally all about making sure that we have the best setup that we can going into qualifying. keeps pausing. It must be the track conditions changing. Just keeps pausing. It keeps slowing down. I reckon I'm missing radio messages as well. Track conditions changed to wet again. Yeah, we know that. It might be too wet for inters now as well. That might be a problem. Rain has stopped. I say the radio messages are working. Right, Logan's ready. What's he saying? Car feels pretty good. So you watch now as it goes down to like 40. And Alex is ready as well. 79. Okay, I'm happy with that.
Car
How
feels
long's left of
okay.
the session? 5
copy
minutes. So if we just stick some full wets on for a bit and try and get some knowledge. Run plan. We're not changing anything on the car, so the confidence should still be the same. But I think it's worth putting some extra laps in for Logan especially, just so he can get used to what's going on. Best position so far, last race. What was it, 14th? 15th? What was it? It was 14th, wasn't it? God, I can't even remember now. But yeah, that one. It would have been higher. Albon spun, sadly. But yeah, that was a good result for us. That was a really good result for us. Happy. Get them both out there. Off you go, lads. Let's see what everyone else is on now. Yeah, there are some full wets out there. So that does make sense. That's a good... I mean, this is not a bad camera angle, I suppose, to watch it in. That hairpin, man, that's just crazy. The only way that would have been worse is if the track then passed underneath itself. I still don't know how this track is on the calendar, in all honesty. I get that there's a legacy involved and stuff like that, but the fact that Spa was at risk of being dropped for next year, and yet Monaco continues to have races, that's just crazy to me. If you look at our lap time right now, is that really... I know. How does the interval work in practice? But yeah, no, we're 2.1 seconds slower. I got excited then because it said 0.7. Here goes Albon then. That's a good camera angle. Albon then Logan behind. That was neat. Alright, we'll fast forward now. We'll get to the end of practice.
Good session.
I think we learned some things there. They actually got... oh no. Fell for it again. I was about to say we got full knowledge again, but no. No, we didn't. It's because they already had knowledge as they went out on track. Alrighty then. So we were still a little ways off the pace. 2.1 here. There's a bit of a gap between us and Mick, but 15th, which is pretty good. 12 out of 15 performance bonus for both of them. I would like to be able to get the setups better, but still learning on that side of things. So to get them, I mean, Albon's is pretty low, but Logan's isn't bad. I think we're ready to go. I think we're ready to go. Actually, hang on. Before I do that, whose gearbox was it? It was yours. If I change it now, I think that's allowed, isn't it? If we end up taking a penalty because of it, then fair enough, that's my mistake. It didn't warn us, so still change it. Yeah, my opinion exactly. There's no point changing the ERS on Logan's because just don't use it. even if we were using it, it's Monaco.
Radio check. Radio check.
As soon as Logan appears, there we go. We'll send Alex out. We'll follow Logan for a bit.
There's more rain now.
I kind of
so
ignored him a
slippery
little bit.
Conditions.
Copy.
Okay. We've got clear track ahead of us right now. This could be a good tow for Albon. Here we go up the hill. Get new part before race, no penalties will apply. I imagine, if that's a game exploit, I imagine that will be fixed pretty quickly. That's not how it works in the real world. Does anyone have any advice for where the crossover is between, like, slicks and intermediates, and then intermediates and wets? Right now there's 1.6 millimeters of rainfall. Is there anywhere where it shows how much water is actually on the track? Here. Heavy rainfall, very low. So that's grip levels, right? Very low, very low. Track grip low. Yeah. And then prediction. Okay. Okay. So wet races do tend to upset the apple cart a little bit more than dry races. 1 to 4 inters, 4 plus wets. Awesome, thanks Matty. 118 for Logan. And a 117.6 for Albon. Not bad. So yeah, here it says 1.7, but it's where the crossover is that I was curious about, unless you mean on this screen. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean now. Thank you. Dry tracks 0 to 1, damp 1 to 4, wet 4 plus. Thank you. That's useful. So while we're here then, someone else was talking about, so there's the weather forecast here as well. I think that's, yeah. Tyre condition is also there. That's useful. Okay. I'm learning some stuff. I'm learning some stuff. Okay, so we're going to bring the cars in. There we go. And then we're going to reconfigure them. So I think we'll leave them on the same tyres. But we will refuel them. We're going to go for one run with Logan. Albon, I'm tempted to do 2. But not include a cooldown lap. I think, yeah. This is what I wanted to do in Spain. And I just want to experiment now. And see how well it works. So we're going to wait towards the end of the session. Not many going out right now. 50% plus means wet. What, for the rain here? Or are you still talking about this screen? Oh, it is going full wets. Full wets on a bone-dry track don't suffer any performance penalty. Huh. And an update's just dropped. Okay. So I need to change to full wets, actually, not intermediates. So let's do that. Because it is very wet now. Run plan, I'm going to leave that all the same. And I'm going to keep an eye on when to send them out. I don't think there is a day 1 patch for this game. I don't think Frontier ever mentioned a day 1 patch for this game. I think some people got the wrong end of the stick on that one. Right, so we're going to wait for the track to go a little bit quieter. Now, I think is the time. Logan first, then Albon. Are we seriously in 4th still? Is it because we set a lap before the rain got heavier? Oh boy, imagine if we got through to Q2 on a technicality. Again, rain, see? A wet race changes everything. That's why it's good to get out early, is set a banker. And now we've beaten the traffic pretty much perfectly. We might still catch up to the cars in front. Possibly. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Well, we're not going to be going faster. I'm pretty certain of that. Oh, Alex, what are you doing? Okay. Alex is clearly more confident in the car than he lets on. Now it's full wet, so no one will improve. Are we actually making it to Q2? That is... it's back in my my F1 21, F1 20. First time you get through to Q2 and you don't really know how to react. You're just elated. 4th and 5th as well. That's the crazy thing. And it's all because we just gambled and went out early. It's always been a strategy, no matter what. Even on Motorsport Manager and games like that, it's just go out early. Go out early, get your banker lap in before anyone else has a chance to go out and cause yellow flags or red flags or anything like that. Just get a lap in. You never know, that might be what takes you through. And that is the end of Q1. All the cars are still out on track, mind. Although I think our in-lap is going to slow them down.
Pit entry.
Albon's supposed to be doing a second lap, thinking about it. That's not happening now, clearly. Oh, that might have been Alex's second lap. Oh, maybe we watched him on the wrong lap. That might be why he overtook. Yeah, we're through. Very certain we made it through. No one's going to be beating their times. Wow. Well, that I didn't see coming. But we have made it through to Q2. Anyone got a grid penalty as well that would lift us up? No. Okay. I don't know what to do now, guys. this is out like beyond my my qualifications right now. We're not going to get through to Q3, so we'll take that right now. We'll go out on softs. Albon, we'll just stick you on the 1 lap for now. And again, we're going to go out early because if it's a dry track, which it is, go out now.
Copy your radio check. It should be green now.
I don't know why the game keeps auto-pausing. Is it because rain stopped? Is that what it is? Changeable conditions. DRS enabled. Could be the top 10. I don't know. That feels like it might be a little too much to ask. I wasn't expecting to get this far, though, so you never know. Should we watch Albon again? Might as well. And we'll switch these on. There we go. Look at that. He's absolutely flying again now. I'll take top 15, though. It's not a bad place to start. It auto stops when track conditions change. Okay. Thank you. Not quite sure why it did it now still, though, because it went from being dry to being dry. Strange one, that. There's hardly any grip on the track right now. It says normal, but when you think about it, the rain would have washed away all the rubber. In real life, it would have. If it was that heavy. I mean, 5mm, that's a lot of rain. All the people who came in on their yachts to watch the race, and it's raining. They must just be like, what the heck is going on? Here we go then. Logan currently first. Albon now first. 1:13.0. I'm just going to say 1:13.0. I know it says 6.2 after, but don't need to worry. Might have been DRS enabled. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense too, actually. Yeah, we're tumbling down the order now. So reconfigure. We'll keep you on the same tyres. We might as well. Run plan, 1 lap. That's all fine. Alex, same tyres. Your run plan, though, I kind of want to do 2 laps for you again. Just to see if that does, in fact, change anything. I'm just going to wait for the expected traffic to drop to a low amount. I got it perfectly last time. If I can repeat that, that would be epic. So I'm going to send Alex out first this time. Then we'll send Logan out. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap. That is the slowest pit exit I've ever seen. Alright, we just need everyone to stay out of the way. And they are. Empty track. Let's go. Here comes Albon. So he's got a 1:10.9 to beat. He's not going to beat that. If he can drop to like a 1:12, that would be enough. That would be enough. If we could get into Q3, I think I'll just retire now. Retire and be perfectly happy. Obviously, we'll have to start the race and stuff still, because you never know. But if we could get points today, that would be valuable as well. It's only us and Aston Martin who haven't scored points yet. Everyone else has. Now, right now, Alex isn't going faster, but he's got an extra lap's worth of fuel. Which reminds me, he does actually need to survive 2 laps here, not just the 1. Maybe I should have sent Alex out a little bit earlier. He's got 2 corners. You watch the entire pit lane now will just empty as he comes around the final 2 corners here. Oh no, actually, it could be fine. What time did he do? He did improve a little bit. Just a little bit. He goes flying up the hill. Logan's on his in lap. No rain on the track, so don't need to worry about that. Come on, Alex. Yellow first. Not great. His car's getting lighter now as well, so he should be going faster. Track grip not bad. Rubber's still low. He could have got a little closer to the wall there. That's easy for me to say, I know. Flat out through that, which must be absolutely terrifying. Ignore that call. He's on two laps. Why would we call him in? Another yellow. Come on. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Slower. Did a 1:13 again. How's he gone slower there, guys? What happened?
The checkered flag is now out.
So the worst case scenario is we start 14th. Should I have called him in then? 13th and 15th. That's still good. The thing I'm most elated by is the fact we got both drivers through. If it was just Albon, I'd have been happy. But the fact that Logan got through to Q2 as well, that was excellent.
Welcome
That was
to
excellent.
race day. And before we get
Sorry, Crofty, we don't care. Right, anything we need to change on the car? I don't think so. This is all locked in. Strategy, that is something we need to look at. That's quite important. So we could go softs, hards. I might do Logan on hard soft. Go late. If there's a safety car, then we'll change our strategy. As for Alex, so this one here, strategy A does seem to be the faster. So let's do it. Let's try it. Start on the softs and move up. I'm assuming, can we get weather from here? Cloudy, but not rain. So I think think we're okay. I think we do this. Let's go.
A somewhat overcast
So, for
day
the second and
drivers
final
who've
time
now taken
today,
position on the grid.
let's get this race underway. Quick reminder again, if you're enjoying the streams and you want to see this series continue as a stream, we have a poll currently open on our community tab. If you head over there, you've got the choice of whether to continue the series as a streaming series, whether to have it as a video series, whether you don't mind, that's an option as well. And if you still don't know who we are, there's even an option for that as well. But be sure to leave your vote. It'll be open till the end of this week, and then whichever one wins, that's how we'll do these episodes moving forward.
Away we go.
Right, Albon, 14th, 13th, 14th. Vettel's getting a little interested in him there. Seen him off so far, have we? Nope. I think we just lost out the place. Yeah, we've just lost out the place. Sargent's dropped a place as well to Ocon.
Still a lot to play for.
Ocon's getting... Well, I mean, Ocon just went straight through that barrier. Are we going to acknowledge that game?
Stay cool, man. You're doing a good job.
Everyone going really slow around the hairpin. Okay. So not the best start. Dropped 2 places. Here we go then for lap 2. God, that was a jerky move there on the wheel. I don't think there's any point increasing power usage right now. We'll leave it a little bit. Say the forecasted % chance of rain above the strategy in the strategic menu. I don't think I know what you're saying there. Right now, 40% chance of rain in 3 minutes. If this turns into a wet race, then again, it could be in our hands. We do seem to do quite well in the rain. I'm going to go maximum deploy through the tunnel here. Just see if we can... Can you overtake in the tunnel? Is that safe?
Okay.
I wouldn't have thought so. Not on this corner as well. At least you haven't got to worry about emerging into the sun. Pretty sure Ocon's car just floated around that corner as well. Again, it's a sim. You know, it's a management game. It's not... The car physics aren't supposed to be perfect. It's always part of the design.
DRS is enabled.
Right, go.
Energy if you need it. Got it.
DRS is enabled, but we won't get it probably now until the next lap. Switch you back to neutral. Sargent's in 16th. He's ahead of Perez. I didn't actually realise Perez started below us. On the strategy menu at the top. Oh, here. You mean here? Yeah? And it's got the, yeah, the chance of rain and the track condition. So it doesn't look like we're getting rain. Not for the next 10 minutes anyway. You never know though. Our forecast accuracy is 60%, so things could change. Alright, let's fast forward a little bit. Let's see if we can close the gap on Ocon. Perez isn't really doing much. In fact, yeah, Perez is doing a lot to gain on Logan. Logan's not really doing much to gain on Albon. I might just tell Logan here to hold up the cars behind. See if he can frustrate Perez. Oh, Perez has already got past him. See if he can hold up Tsunoda, Schumacher and Stroll. Where is Perez finding the time to get these overtakes in? Was it down here somewhere in the actual race this year where Gasly pulled off an overtake and literally everyone just went, how? How did he do that? Oh, here's Seb in front of us. We can push on fuel.
No saving required.
Flip on overtake. We don't use
copy.
too much energy. Why have you moved out of the
Use
slipstream?
overtake.
There we go.
Yeah.
Go on. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Keep going. Up the hill. Push. Push, push, push. Come on. Formula E could overtake up here. Surely an F1 car can.
This is good. Come on.
That's it. You tell him. You tell him. Maybe we can get him in the tunnel. That'd be epic. We have got Perez right behind us. So anything we can do right now to keep the Red Bull behind us. And that Aston as close to us as possible, because we're losing ground on Ocon now. Come on, Alex. Come on, Alex. Sargent can't defend. No, he really can't, can he? Come on, Alex. Yes. You are going to have to harvest now, significantly. But that was a good overtake. You can still push on here. We might even be able to go aggressive with the tyres, because I can't imagine it's that hot.
We're good to push. Okay.
I mean, it says they're hot. They're kind of hot, but yellow's fine. It's when they go orange that we need to worry. We've used up our harvesting on this lap, so we might as well go neutral now. Burn some of it. We can still burn some fuel. Oh, the bots are out again, I see. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, we'll go back to balanced. Vettel's a second behind us now, so that's fine.
Yep, okay.
We'll go back to harvest for a little bit. Then we can speed up time. Just got to keep Vettel behind us. We could do another lap of harvesting, I'd say. There we go. Battery's full, so we can go to I keep saying natural.
Yes.
Go to neutral. Do you reckon Season 1 then is designed the same for everybody? If we're all getting the same result? There's a yellow flag.
Verstappen has stopped.
Let's
Verstappen
take a
crashed
closer look. We're
on
just
turn
watching
one.
the Red Bull.
Ooh,
Dear
now that would
me,
be
they
a
wouldn't have been
DNF.
expecting that.
Yeah, take it easy.
And yet he's still
Okay.
going. That is another thing I would change about the game, actually, is not enough cars DNF, in my opinion. Perez is still behind us. I forgot about him. Here he comes. Has he got enough track to make the overtake, though? No, he does not. Start with full wets in Canada and switch to hards when it dries up. Duly noted. So that's next time, isn't it? Baku next, then Canada. Albon, yeah, not doing bad. 14th. We're a long way off Ocon right now. What tyres is Ocon on? If he's on softs, so he's on mediums. So when we pit, we might be able to undercut. If we can keep Sergio behind. We've got a ways to go on these tyres still. Yeah, we've lost out to Perez now. But Vettel is still behind.
Red Bull gained a place.
Oh, got excited then. So the blue here, next to the tyre, does that just mean, you know, tyres are good? Here, it means tyres are starting to degrade. 50% I know is where the pace starts to drop, and then 30% is where you start to really hit trouble. I'm just curious as to what blue means. Does blue mean you could, like, are they cold? No, they're not cold. So it must just mean, like, you're in the optimum level for the tyre. We've got 10 more laps to go on these tyres. Vettel's you know, 6 seconds almost behind us right now. Nobody's stopped yet. Okay. I'm not panicking, actually. I'm pretty calm right now. Pretty calm. It's all looking good. We've had a crash. Who's out? Yellow flag. Who's Verstappen again? Oh no, not Leclerc.
Okay,
He's good at this, isn't he? Oh, he Perez'd it.
And that's an off. And
Wow.
a big off.
Charles, what have you done? Again, though, it's not a DNF, despite the fact he would have lost his both front and rear left tyres there. Probably would have snapped off. Instead, he's just, you know, 3 seconds behind Verstappen now. Yeah, maybe it's like, maybe there's like a finite number of options that the game can generate, and then it randomizes which one of those options you end up getting. That's plausible. If there's multiple people getting wet qualifying in Monaco, but not necessarily the same result in the race, say, then that's one of those options in action. Right. Putting Albon on the hards now until the end of the race. Nothing else needs changing. 2.5 seconds. Let's go.
Box, box.
Yes, okay, box.
So that drops us down to 17th. So we pitted and we still came out ahead of Sargent. Obviously Mick's pitted, Stroll's pitted, but no one ahead of us has pitted yet. What's the interval? It's already 9 seconds behind Yuki. We're a pit stop away from Vettel. We might even, depending on how hard we push here, is that Verstappen lapping us? Possibly. We might even be able to get past Perez here. If we push on fuel a little bit, we could even use a little bit of ERS here. When everyone else starts pitting. Perez is in the pits right now. He came out ahead of us. How's he come out? Oh, yeah. No, I don't actually know how he's done that. Did we really lose that much time in the pit? Or is it because we've been lapped now as well, so we had to pull over for blue flags? Interesting. Oh my god, the fuel. Guess he wasn't
Same
paying
fuel,
attention
same
there.
fuel.
Okay, copy.
I guess we haven't got to stop again though. So what's everyone else on? They're on hards though, so they're not going to stop. Tsunoda and Vettel still need to stop. They might still be on a two-stopper depending on what they switch to. Perez isn't going to stop again, but we're not in his race. Ocon and Ricciardo are about to stop. But they're... Ricciardo's pitted now, but we're over 25 seconds behind him. And if he switches to hards, then we're not going to catch him. I don't see why... Yeah, he switched to hards. I don't know why he would switch to anything else. Have I made a mistake here? Strategy-wise, or are we okay? We're gaining time on Yuki. Yuki's surely pitting soon. And Yuki's right behind Vettel, who again is surely pitting soon. Tyres are starting to come into their own for Albon. You can see the Aston and the Alpha up there. Always burn fuel when within DRS range. No matter how many laps it says you are under, you can always get it back in clean air. Okay. That's some good advice as well. I feel like I need to be using the ERS a little bit more here as well now. Both of them.
Use overtake.
Yeah, sure.
Stick it back on neutral. Ah, we're right up behind them now. If we can overtake them on track and then they pit, we know we're finishing above them. You can be a little more aggressive with your tyres here as well. And we'll go full on deploy. Come on, Alex.
Push a bit more.
Okay.
Use energy.
Copy.
Look at that speed difference. He is gaining. He is gaining. We're going to go three wide through the hairpin. Can you imagine? That'd be absolute chaos. Some harvesting there from Yuki. Oh, it's tight. It is tight. Going up to Logan's window. Again, it's tight. We just don't want to crash into the back. That's a good point. Yeah, you slipstream, don't you? So you don't use as much fuel. Oh, we've run out of ERS. That was dumb. Well, there goes our potential overtaking opportunity. By saying that, we're pretty close. That bit there, though, a little twitchy out of the final corner. And that has slammed the door. And we haven't got the ERS usage now. So we might have to chase this one for another lap or two. Nice one. Lando, 2 podiums. Awesome stuff. Yeah, if you get Lando on the podium, that's a good job. He's good enough to do it in reality, but the game doesn't simulate reality that closely. Right, we'll stick you back on neutral now. I'm going to follow your advice a little bit longer with the fuel here. Because you are right, we're not using as much. Have they... How many laps are they going? So they're on the same strategy as Logan, I've just realised. So is there any point in trying to overtake them on track? Right, full deploy, push, attack. It's just that last corner again. It absolutely kills us. Oh, wow.
Do everything you can, mate.
Okay.
What happened there? Who's that in front of it? Oh, we got blue flagged. Is that Magnussen? Okay, hang on. Keep this as is. We'll turn that back to neutral for now. I'm just reading chat for a second. Realise you can't see me. Okay, so yeah, there's 3 cars for us to chase now. And that looks... Is that an Alpha in front of us? I actually can't tell. But they've just overtaken Yuki as well. Blue flags. It could be Bottas. That would make more sense if it was Bottas. Yeah, it's Bottas. If the only exciting bit of a race weekend is the 1 hour of qualifying, then that track probably shouldn't be on the calendar anymore. It's controversial, I know, and I know there's people out there who like Monaco, but for the most part, I just don't find it that interesting. I'll still watch the race, but it's nowhere near as fun as like even Baku and Jeddah and some of the other street circuits. I've not seen Singapore yet live, so I'm looking forward to that one. But Monaco, it's like an obligation. I think the track layout needs changing. I don't know what Monaco looks like, what the streets of Monte Carlo look like, but here, I think it should be like Baku, where at the end here you turn left, and you just have the street there split in half, and you just do 2 long DRS straights with like a Hanoi mushroom at the end. Man, we're getting lapped and that's slowing us down. That's a Mercedes next to us. Yeah. It's the laps. It's... Oh, man. We're just getting lapped. What was that? Russell, Gasly and Alonso just coming through. And now we are nearly 5 seconds behind Yuki. Points for qualifying might change it, but are you just running points for qualifying for that one weekend, or would you do it for all the other races as well, just to make it more fair? I'm not saying it's a bad idea, by the way. I don't think that's a bad idea at all. Singapore's amazing live. Yeah, I'm glad they kept Spa. Spa's a good track. We have an amazing community who love watching us stream. That's what happened. That's what I hope happened anyway. Either way, always grateful when people pop in.
Energy's good.
Alright, yeah, you can go back to neutral on the energy now. So still, you know, 26 laps left. We're not near the end just yet. The thing that frustrates me about the AI strategies right now is if you do something, they copy you, which makes racing quite frustrating. Although we are right behind Yuki again, because Yuki's on the same strategy as Logan. So when Logan pits, that's when Yuki pits. But we've got Mick right behind us now. There he is. So not only are we in danger of being overtaken,
Energy if you need it.
any mistake right now will cost us. But the fact we're getting constantly lapped as well, it's just slowing us down. Qualify points on specific tracks. I mean, I guess if you've got sprint races with points on specific tracks, there's no harm in doing points for qualifying on specific tracks. That's not a bad idea, actually. That's a pretty good idea. There you go. F1, if you're listening, we fixed Monaco. Right, let's get Yuki. We've been following him for like 12 laps now. We've got to get him soon, surely. This is where a new set of aerodynamics would help us out as well. Let's just run ×2 for a little bit. Otherwise we're going to be here all afternoon. There we go, they've pitted. So now we need to use what energy we've got and what fuel we've got and what tyres we've got to get away from them. Not that we're pitting again, obviously, but yeah. We've already used all of our ERS harvesting. Logan's time to pit. So Logan's coming out on softs for the rest of the race. And there we go.
Box.
Where do we get paid for this incredible idea? Oh, I don't know, but I'd love to find out. I think the biggest mistake Frontier made with the drivers was that they decided to motion capture, or facial capture at least, the F1 drivers. Which means now we're asking, you know, where are the F2 drivers? Where are the F3 drivers? Where are the reserve drivers? I think the biggest mistake they made was that decision and then committing to it. And also the voice lines. Because we have got access, we as viewers have got access to the F2 and F3 radio. But that might not necessarily fall under the same license. So Frontier might not be able to use them. I think that was... It's not... I say mistake. It's not a mistake. It's just something that they're probably thinking twice about doing again for future games, maybe. But yeah, Frontier are awesome. I've grown up with Frontier games. When I found out, was it 2 years ago, 2020, they announced Frontier that they were working on an F1 game. As soon as they announced that, I was so excited. It was like the planets aligning, you know? You've got balance now, because you've got no fuel.
Save fuel.
Okay, copy.
Alright, we go fast forward again. Albon's fuel's recovering, so that's fine. Mick is still behind, but I think he's in the same boat where he can't really get past. Like, he gets close enough at certain points. In fact, he's just been lapped. So, yeah, I think 15th. I think we might be finishing 15th again. Oh, crash on track. VSC. Ooh.
Virtual safety car.
I'm tempted to pit Albon for softs, guys. What do you reckon? Do we pit Albon for softs? Aston's caused an early safety car before the pit stop. Do you think this is another crash gate? It's plausible. Let me know, guys. Do we pit? Do we pit? Do we pit? Do we pit? Oh, I've just read your previous message, Ghoul. Yeah. People saying no. Pit for soft. Yeah, I think we pit. At least, I mean, Albon needs to pit for softs. Sargent's already on softs. I think we do it. I think we do it. We could put him on a set of scrubs. Because I don't really get what the difference would be here. Oh, lap time. Okay, maybe we put him on a set of news. Pit for soft. Pit. Can't overtake on the... I mean, you can't overtake at Monaco, to be fair, but we might be. There might be other drivers who pit here. I don't know what the AI strategy would be.
No DRS.
So let's find out what happened.
Okay, box.
Signs
what
again
happened there. Okay, here's the Ferrari.
at Raskas.
They've lost control. There's the crash.
He's just blocked the track for like everybody. Oh, brilliant. Love that. Love that. So yeah, Logan's going to stay out because he's already on softs. I think Albon comes in. His tyres are wearing anyway. You did say to put... What was it? Set tyres and engine to low.
Copy.
Save fuel,
For the
save
duration of the VSC.
Yep, copy.
Okay, so just lift and
So
coast.
Mick's going to get past us here unless he pits too. Which, looking at his tyres, he may well do. And Stroll might pit soon. Let's see what happens. So we're coming in from 16th now. Technically 15th, but it will be 16th. There's a Ferrari coming in, but that's likely to be Sainz. Yeah, we went for the new softs. And we only lost one place in doing so.
VSC ending.
Put that back on standard. Normal racing conditions resume.
You can stop, lift and coast.
I mean, if this was real life, I think Crofty would be saying, what a
Happy
great
to push.
move from the Williams
copy.
team there. Set to harvest 2. Oh, yeah. I mean, we're on 99% for Albon. No one else pitted, so Logan's still last. Oh, that feels like a missed opportunity. I still feel like Schumacher... What have we got? 19 laps left? Is he going to do 19 laps on 65%? So we could get that place back in theory. Without even doing anything here right now, we could probably get that place back. We're gaining like a 10th every other corner. Good luck getting that one place back. Thank you. Thank you. Push with the fuel. Yep, can do. Can do for Logan as
No
well.
saving required.
Where actually is Logan in relation to other drivers? He's 16.5 seconds behind the car in front.
The tyres aren't really coming down.
Copy that.
Albon's... He was 13 a second ago, wasn't he? If Haas pit Mick again, which they're probably not going to do realistically, But if they were to... We got Yuki right behind us. I don't even know where he came from.
Defend.
Yes.
Keep him behind you, Alex. 16th is still good. 15th is obviously better. I think we are actually keeping him at bay. He's 7/10. I think you need to be within 4/10 to get an overtake down here. He's 8/10 now, but we are losing ground. Attack the tyres.
Push.
Copy.
Stick that back on
Use
neutral for a
energy.
bit.
Yes.
Logan can keep pushing for a little bit. Would they pit Mick? No, I don't think they would. I think if this was real life, more cars would have pitted under that
DRS is
safety car.
enabled. DRS is enabled.
Yeah, DRS is back. Albon needs to save a little bit of fuel. What's his delta to... Oh, yeah. No, that's actually worked out quite well. In terms of pits, so it's us and Sainz. We were the only ones to pit twice. Again, if this was real F1, I think there would have been another pit stop there for the majority of the grid. But we are gaining on Mick, right? Oh, guys, do you reckon this is on? Probably isn't now because we've cooked the tyres. I don't know though. We've got some fuel to burn again. Nah, I don't think. Oh, we had 10 laps left. You never know. Frontier have had a habit in the past of releasing games later on different consoles. If 22 isn't on Switch, 23 might. They might just be trying to get the bare bones down first, and then they'll move on to do little details here and there that they weren't able to do this year. Yeah, I don't think we're catching Mick. Maybe the pit stop was a mistake. That is frustrating though, because again, real life F1, more cars would have pitted there. A lot more would have pitted there. Got some fuel to burn again. Logan's just been burning fuel like you wouldn't believe. He's right behind Stroll, so that's probably why. I think this one just got away from us a little bit, guys. I'm still somewhat happy with it, though. Mick could split his car in half again. Yeah, true. Verstappen's on last lap. Logan's tyres are about to dive off a cliff. Albon's tyres are about to dive off a cliff as well. He's within 5 seconds again, and he's still got Yuki. Oh, we've finished. Never mind. We have finished the race. It was all for nothing. 16th is not bad.
Last lap.
It's not bad. As to why the Williams have a normal steering wheel, I guess it was just easier to have them all be the same. And then these bots.
An okay performance for Alex Albon today.
Report it for
This was a mixed
that.
performance from Williams today. Some excellent
There we go,
decisions
and
and
that's
then
removed
some
it
strategies
completely.
that will need a bit of work.
Nice.
Yes, I imagine they'll roll up their sleeves now and make sure their next performance goes even better.
Okay,
The
while we
race
do the
wrapped up,
outro and
the
stuff
team is
here,
ranked
let's
in
bring
ninth in the
my
constructor
beautiful
standings.
face back up on screen. Hello,
Next time,
anyone
the
who's
teams
joined who
will be
hasn't seen
racing
what I
through
look
the
like
streets
before.
of
This is
another
I.
city. Join us in Baku on the shores of the Caspian Sea.
Probably all
for the
recoiling in horror
Azerbaijan
now,
Grand
but never
Prix.
mind. Let's move that microphone out of the way. So, yeah, it was a mistake to pit. We lost a place because of it. We didn't get the place back. Like I said, though, if it wasn't for that, then... I mean, look at our best lap time. 1:14.6 compared to Mick's 1:15.3. If the race had gone on for another, like, 20-odd laps, we may have been able to catch him. But this, for me, highlights something to do with the AI, which is we are the only car that pitted on that VSC. And I think in real life, half the grid would have pitted on that VSC and switched to a different compound. Marked, yep, this is Season 1. So what's this? Race 7? Season 1, Race 7. We did ask Frontier about custom teams. They gave us a very diplomatic answer. So it could happen, but at the same time, it couldn't happen. It might not happen. One stops are very strong. That might be something to bear in mind as well for future races. The annoying thing is, if we just scored points, say in Spain, we may have moved up. Well, we have moved up. We are now 9th. I guess it goes to finishes. Position finishes. Okay, so we're meeting objectives right now. So I've got no reason to complain there. Sergeant, some good XP. Albon, meh, XP. Jack, also good XP. He hasn't gained a development point this time by the looks of things, but that's still encouraging. $3 million in the bank, nearly $4 million in the bank. So a pretty good stream, all things considered. And the wind tunnel is ready, which is perfect for developing our new rear wing, which is currently underway. We've got the 4 chassis being developed as well, which we'll be using in Baku next time, hopefully. Yeah, we get 1 in 3 days, so that'll be Albon's. And then the next one, I guess, would be 15 days from now. Yeah, I guess, if it's 27 days to the next one. Rear wings in 27 days. Underfloor research completes in 25 days. At which point we can get some more parts under development. But yeah, I'm happy. I am happy with this stream. I think we've done very, very well. And look at the improvements that we get just from the wind tunnel as well. Oh, everything's coming up Williams right now. Alrighty then, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Do hit that like button if you haven't done so already. It lets us know that you enjoy the content that we're producing here on Racing Games. Like I said before, if you want this to continue as a streaming series, then head over to our poll on our community tab and click the streaming option. If you want this to be episodic, so turn into edited videos, then be sure to hit that one as well. There are 2 other options as well if you want to vote on those. They don't really help us decide what you guys want to watch, but they're there for a reason, so be sure to hit those. Otherwise, subscribe to the Racing Games channel if you haven't done so already. We've got a really good guide coming out tomorrow on who's best to hire for your team. So be sure to check that out. We've also got our setup guide and our beginner's guide. The beginner's guide went up yesterday, so if you are new to the game and you're not quite sure how to get started, then be sure to check that out. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your days, whether it's just starting or just ending. Have a good one. Take care. We may be back on Friday with another stream. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be F1 Manager. There's a chance that it could be. If not, then it will be possibly Turbo Golf Racing, if not Forza Horizon 5. So, yeah, enjoy the rest of your days, guys. And until next time, take care.